Indeed, desperate times call for desperate measures. Or one could say, when you have come at the end of your rope, tie a knot and hang in there. Coming up, hey guys, DA's desperation for power is making them to behave like children, and the more they behave like children is the more they are exposed, or is the more they are exposing themselves that they are desperate for power and they are not happy with the status quo, or they are not happy with the position they are in right now. The position they've put themselves in, by the way. So, John Steenhuisen has indeed confirmed that he has received a letter from big business community voicing concerns over a possible, listen to the language, over a possible exclusion of the DA from the government of national unity. It's like there are these people who are somewhere, who have come from somewhere, who are purposely or planning to exclude DA from the GNU. Yet the DA is where it is because of their own doing. Then John Steenhuisen continues to say, and again, listen to the language. We have all seen the market's reaction to a government without DA. You see the language? Yeah, the markets are reacting to this government that wants to govern alone without the DA. That means this market is not reacting to the breaking down of the GNU as a whole. No. No, we put DA one side, and this market is reacting to this government that plans to exclude the DA. Wow. Listen to this.
But we did receive a letter from business, indeed, and I think we've seen the market's reaction to a government without the DA. R1 trillion wiped off the JSE just as a result of a market reaction to a potential that the DA would no longer be in government. And so I do think that careful thought needs to be given to the next steps, and that cool heads need to prevail. And I think that we need to sit down rationally and try and find a way through this. But that can only happen if there is a genuine commitment to power sharing. And I think that is very important.
Yeah, this kind of statement, guys, is putting ANC in a very bad light, because it seems like ANC is refusing the DA, or is pushing, is excluding the DA. Yet it is the DA that was very disingenuous in their negotiation for the budget. DA was very disingenuous and dishonest in their negotiation for the budget, including things and things like Bella Bill that were not part of the budget. And of course, fortunately for the ANC, because the DA thought that, yeah, we got the ANC in a corner now. We'll throw our demand, and ANC has got no option but to yield to our demands. Only to find that ANC has got ace up its sleeves and totally outsmarted DA, and the DA lost. And they started running the courts. And when they lost, they started complaining about the whole program, the whole voting system that they initially were part of. And right now, the DA right now is in a state of limbo, and they are doing that on purpose. They're in a state of limbo. You don't know whether are they in or out of GNU. Are they walking? Are they, you see, and they're creating that confusion on purpose. And in all the interviews they are attending, when they are being asked whether they are continuing with the GNU or not, they're very vague in their answers. They're very, very, very vague in their answer. You know why? Because they want the ANC to fire them. They want the ANC to get rid of them so that they can say, aha, you see, the ANC doesn't want us. The ANC has kicked us out of the GNU. and they start running to Trump, running to USA, and doing all these crazy tantrums they usually throw. And the ANC on the other side is saying, we are not firing you. We want you to walk on your own. That's why ANC doesn't care. You just say, hey, walk if you want. I mean, the DA knows that if they walk and the EFF is moving in or MK is moving in, they will obviously be blamed to say, well, you guys, why did you walk? See, now you are the ones who allowed these parties, these EFF or MK to walk in. Why did you walk? Hence, DA does not go anywhere. And the ANC is saying, we are not firing them because next thing people will say, no, we fired them because we want to rule on our own. Then, they must just walk on their own. That's where we are right now. That's what is happening currently. So the DA is painting a picture that South African market is reacting the way it's reacting because ANC is contemplating to exclude DA from the GNU. Yet the market, the 1 trillion wiped out, is reacting to Trump's tariff.
Made a fortune with the United States of America. United Kingdom, 10%, and we'll go 10%. So we'll do the same thing. South Africa, 60%, 30%, and they've got some bad things going on in South Africa. We're paying them billions of dollars, and we cut the funding because a lot of bad things are happening in South Africa. The fake news ought to be looking at it. They don't want to report it.
So the DA is portraying itself as this important party that when we DA are not happy, the market will sneeze. They portray themselves as that. You see, that self-importance that, hey, you must give us what we want. Otherwise, when we threaten to walk away, the market, the economy of this country will go flat down. And I like the behavior of the ANC to say, go away. We don't care about you guys. With or without you, the ball is in your court. With or without you, we'll move forward. And that causes DA chest pains and sleepless nights, knowing that at the back there, ANC has got a whole lot of options out there. It's not only EFF, now it's Action SA, and there's MK there. And EFF and MK are DA's worst nightmare.
Well, let's now turn to tariffs and, of course, the impact it's having across markets. Now, South Africa's rand slumped to its weakest level in about 18 months on Monday. While, of course, we also saw local stocks plunging before staging a recovery. And that is as U.S. President Donald Trump's sweeping tariffs and global recession fears rocked financial markets today. Now, the rand traded at around 0.58 against the dollar. That's down about 2.4% from Friday's close. It is also the weakest since October 2023. Now, of course, Trump shows no sign of backing away from those tariff plans. And investors worldwide poured into safe haven currencies like the yen and the Swiss franc on Monday. Well, let's discuss what's happening over in South Africa. We're now joined by Sumitra Naidu. Sumitra, great to have you with us. Give us some more insight into the scale of the market rout across South Africa's markets today.
Yes, Uche. Well, South African markets took their cue from Asia this morning, falling sharply at the open. The JSE All-Share Index lost about 5% at one stage, dropping below that key 80,000 point level. We haven't seen this kind of weakness in about 5 years since COVID. But it later turned into a rather topsy-turvy day. The market suddenly started regaining ground early in the afternoon, paired losses. And that was apparently after media reports suggested that Trump was going to issue a 3-month reprieve on raising tariffs. Now, that turned out to be fake news. But the JSE managed to regain some of its losses and ended the day just over 0.75% higher in the day, back above that 80,000 point level. A very weird day on the market, at least on South African markets. So the rand still on the back foot, weakening to its worst level in 18 months. As you said, the currency now at 19, hovering around 19.50 against the dollar, also weakening against the pound and the euro. In fact, it was the worst emerging market currency after the Mexican peso. Uche?
Well, let's talk about what's moving investors right now, because not only are investors in South Africa, of course, shaken by these tariffs, there's also political uncertainty, which has become a concern. What are the key issues that are driving investor sentiment right now?
So, Uche, it's a bit of a double whammy for South Africa. So there's still plenty of concern in the market regarding President Trump's tariffs. South Africa getting hit with a 30% hike on all goods to the US. The pain will be felt. Investors are very concerned that the tariffs on a host of countries could actually cause a global recession.
I really want to know, how long will the DA be in that state of limbo? And who is going to blink first? Who is going to tap first between the DA and the ANC? What do you think? Let me share your comment below. And of course, if you're coming for the first time, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.